Picture this. You step into a room, and before you say a single word, everyone feels you're there. It's not your clothes, it's not your money, it's not even your looks. It's something deeper, something you can't see but everyone else can feel. Women especially notice it, even if they never admit it. When you carry this presence, it speaks louder than your words. This isn't about tricks or pretending to be confident. It's about a quiet power that fills the room before you've even taken a seat. Women don't always recognize it on the surface, but their instincts do. They are drawn to a man who carries a sense of certainty within himself, a man who doesn't stumble in his own identity. Not arrogance, not loudness, but an inner quiet that whispers, "I know who I am." And when you stand in that truth, it shakes something deep inside her. It tells her that you are not just another man. You are a man she can trust, a man she can lean on without fear that you will crumble when life gets heavy. Think about it. Most men spend their lives chasing external things, money, cars, status, hoping these will pull women in. But here's the secret. None of those matter if your inner world is weak. You could have the flashiest life, but if your core is unstable, she will feel it. Women are intuitive in ways men often underestimate. She notices the little cracks you try to hide. She reads between your words. She feels the strength or the weakness in the way you stand, the way you look at her, the way you deal with challenges. And what she truly seeks beneath all the layers is stability. Emotional stability, mental stability, the kind that doesn't shake at every storm, the kind that doesn't fold when plans fall apart. When a man has this, he becomes magnetic without even trying. Because deep down, every woman is asking, can this man handle me? Can this man handle life? If the answer is yes, she will find herself leaning toward you without even understanding why. But stability isn't about being stone-faced or cold. It's about control. Control over your emotions, control over your reactions, control over your direction. She doesn't want a man who never feels. She wants a man who feels but is not ruled by his feelings. She wants to know that when the world gets loud, you remain calm. When tension rises, you don't lose yourself. When anger tempts you, you stay collected. That quiet power is irresistible. Now here's something most men miss. Women don't test you with their words alone, they test you with life. They want to see how you respond under pressure, how you carry yourself when everything isn't perfect, because that's when your true essence comes out. If you panic, collapse, or lash out, she will feel unsafe. But if you stand firm, even in silence, she will trust you in ways you cannot imagine. This is why presence matters more than promises. Words are easy, presence is undeniable. You don't need to shout who you are. You don't need to prove yourself. The man who truly knows himself doesn't announce it. He simply is. That is the kind of man every woman subconsciously searches for. But let's dig deeper. Why does this matter so much? Why does every woman look for this one thing, whether she realizes it or not? The answer is simple: safety. Not just physical safety, but emotional safety. Women live in a world where uncertainty surrounds them every day. What they desire, what they long for in a man, is someone who can anchor them when the winds of life blow strong. A man with stability gives her permission to relax. She doesn't have to control everything. She doesn't have to live on edge, because your energy gives her a safe place to rest. And that is rare. In a world full of men who are lost in distractions, addictions, and insecurities, the man who stands calm and steady is a beacon. He shines without trying. Think about the strongest trees. They don't shout. They don't chase. They don't need to prove they are tall. They just grow, rooted deeply, unshaken by storms. That is what a woman sees in a man who is grounded. He becomes like a shelter without saying a word. That's the man who wins her trust, her respect, and eventually her heart. But here's the twist. Stability is not something you fake. It cannot be borrowed, it cannot be copied, it cannot be rehearsed. It comes from building yourself day by day, from mastering your emotions, facing your fears, taking responsibility for your life. Every choice you make adds or subtracts from it. Every time you avoid responsibility, you weaken it. Every time you face the challenge, you strengthen it. And women, they notice the smallest details. The way you react when plans change, the way you treat the waiter at a restaurant, the way you handle being criticized. These small windows show her your essence. She doesn't need you to be perfect. She doesn't need you to have it all figured out, but she needs to feel that when life tests you, you will not run. You will not hide. You will not break. So the question becomes, how do you carry this stability? You don't carry it in your muscles, though strength helps. You don't carry it in your bank account, though success can support it. You carry it in your mindset, in your self-respect, in your discipline, in your willingness to stand tall when others would collapse. That's where it begins. And when you embody this, something beautiful happens. You stop chasing. You stop begging for attention. You stop performing for approval. Because you realize you are the source. You are the anchor. You are the one who sets the tone. And women feel it. They may not put it into words, but they sense it deeply, instinctively. Every woman, consciously or subconsciously, is drawn to a man who offers her this sense of certainty, a man she can lean on, trust, and admire. This doesn't mean you need to be perfect. It means you need to be present. It means you need to be consistent. It means you need to be a man of weight, not a man blown around by the winds of life. So, if you want to know the truth of what women really search for in a man, it's not about the shallow things. It's about this: stability, certainty, presence. The invisible crown that separates boys from men. The thing that cannot be faked, cannot be bought, cannot be stolen. And once you have it, once you embody it, everything changes. Because she won't just want to be around you. She will need to be around you. Not because of what you give her, but because of what she feels when she's with you. Safe, seen, protected, anchored. And that, my friend, is what every woman subconsciously looks for in a man. And here's the truth most men overlook. You don't need to chase women, impress women, or try to manipulate women. You only need to master yourself. When you build that inner strength, when you cultivate stability, when you carry a presence that doesn't shake, women will naturally be drawn to you. They won't always know why. They'll just feel it, because every woman in her heart is looking for that one thing, a man she can believe in, a man who doesn't lose himself, a man who carries both calm and power in the same breath. So, the next time you wonder what women really want, remember this. She isn't looking for perfection. She isn't looking for the loudest man in the room. She isn't even looking for the richest man. She is looking for the steady man, the man who holds his ground when life shakes, the man who is both gentle and unbreakable. That's the man she trusts. That's the man she respects. That's the man she gives her heart to. So, don't ask, what do women want? Ask instead, am I the man who cannot be shaken? If the answer is yes, you won't need to search for love. It will find you.